Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bianca Della Garza, and you have to check out Gene Valentino's Grassroots Truthscast podcast. I was a guest. He has the best guests always. Check him out. Today. And let's bring in our panel for more reaction on that. Host of the Grassroots Truthcast podcast, GOP strategist and aviation expert Gene Valentino joins us. And also radio host of the Barack Lurie Show, author of the book, Keeping the Kids All Right, trial attorney Barack Lurie. Great to see you both. It was interesting at one point, Amy Klobuchar had this reaction with Kash, and she's like, "You are under oath." It was really fascinating to watch the Democrats again, as a little bit of what we saw, Gene. I'll start with you with RFK Jr. They're just bloviating and barely giving the nominees any time to answer.
Yeah, Bianca, have you ever seen in the prior administration the Republicans gang up on the Democrat nominees? In fact, one would argue we should have done a better job at vetting some of the appointees that existed, not to mention the department head of transportation. Our current head of transportation certainly didn't need maternity leave, but he was on the job within hours handling the current crisis in the Potomac. But to your point, I think it's been totally unfair the way they have vetted the president's entitlement to bring his nominees to the forefront. Yes, there's a scrubbing process that goes on, but it was never meant in history for it to be this intense, and history has shown now that it's been this one-sided.
Yeah. And, in some way it might be backfiring, Barack, because, Crossfire Hurricane and what Kash Patel did in uncovering just sort of the rot. That's, and his work even under the Obama administration, rooting out terrorism, getting an award. It's all theatrics. I think Americans see that, no?
It is theatrics, and also it's a bit of revenge in the sense that Kash Patel really is a threat to exposing so much of what the Democrats have done through the previous administrations, and he's a threat again now. So the last thing they want is to see him as the head of the FBI. And for that matter, also Tulsi Gabbert for the head of intelligence. So you can always dig up things about a person's life that was inconsistent with what he perceives to be his position now. That's true for all of us. And the older we get, the more inconsistencies there may appear to be. The question is whether or not they're qualified. Are they qualified to do the job? Do we take them at their word for what they're saying that their beliefs are now and what they hope to advance right now? The fact they may have been a Democrat, for example, in the past, does that mean that they're somehow disloyal to the Republican Party or vice versa, or that they're going to change their positions on anything else? People change their minds all the time, and that's a good thing. And that's with respect to Tulsi Gabbert and many other things as well. People change their minds.
It is a good ththing if you're introspective and it shows really high IQ and EQ. You're not just digging into your heels. You're going to open and listen to the other side. But, the left's not too good at that, are they? Gene, do you think they get confirmed, all of them?
I personally think that they will, yeah.
I agree.
Yes, Gene, what do you think? So there we have it. And maybe not a moment too soon, because it shows, when we don't have people in place. Today was Duffy's day one. Sean Duffy, head of transportation. Emergencies like this and tragedies unfold, and Donald Trump deserves his cabinet. It is funny with RFK Jr. One thing I was thinking of is they were okay with a transsexual, Rachel Levine, to be the head of Health and Human Services. Here we have RFK Jr., who studies environmental, issues, and, pretty smart guy. Yeah, he's questioned vaccines, but he's talking about questioning them. That should be something that's applauded. And, if you can let a transsexual be the face of Health and Human Services, well, Gene, I don't think there should be any problem with RFK, but maybe it does link back to what he could possibly dig into for Fauci and COVID.
Oh, I think what he's uncovered in his book, The Real Anthony Fauci, the depth of his analysis of what happened going back to 2019 and the Wuhan lab and the COVID, the origination of the COVID crisis coming from that lab has been revealing. And I think no matter what Biden has done to pardon anybody, I think many of these pardons will have to withstand the time, if not the courtroom, because I think some people are in serious trouble with what they have done to hurt this nation these last 4 years.
A pardon takes away your Fifth Amendment privilege. Can't plead that if you're subpoenaed. I'll let you weigh in on that, Barack, but I do want to get to one other topic, and as an attorney, I think you're the perfect person to ask. There's talk that this DOJ may drop any charges against Eric Adams, New York City mayor. There was rumors floating he might get a pardon. He said he's done nothing wrong. Would you be surprised if they drop the charges against Eric Adams?
I wouldn't be surprised. There have been so many political attacks on people that disagreed with the Biden administration, and Eric Adams is clearly one of them, especially with regard to immigration policy and how to handle the sanctuary aspect of these immigrants who are illegal, doing terrible things in their cities. So I would not be surprised at all if he was targeted or he was selectively targeted, alleging these bribes that may or may not be real. But the reality is, if a district attorney, in this case, it's Danielle Sassoon, I believe, was the interim district attorney who is now contemplating dropping these charges, it means that they probably don't think that there's a lot of legitimacy to the claims. So that's where I think
they can win.
Exactly right. And pardoning should be the last resort.
It's fascinating. Eric Adams' political career may be revived thanks to a win by Donald Trump. Who knew? Here we go. All right, Gene, Valentino, Barack, Laurie, come back and see us soon. Appreciate your thoughtful comments today on such a busy news day.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you.
I'm excited to announce that we're having our first ever mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save over 50% on this season's flannel sheets. Queen size only $59.98. Kings only $69.98. They sell out fast every year, so order now. Save 20% on our brand new My Crosses. They're designed in the likeness of the one I've worn every day for over 20 years. They come in men's and women's, and they're made right here in the USA. Get our 2025 six-piece My Towel sets for only $29.98. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, just $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our first ever mega sale. But wait, remember that $75 free shipping rule? Well, that ship is sailed because right now, every order ships absolutely free.